Hey, what's up? ¿Qué pasa, amigos míos? We're going to look at two hedge funds, what they recently did inside of their 13F filings. If you're not aware, any hedge fund that has more than $100 million under management has to file a 13F with the SEC every quarter. Now, they do have to have this in 2 weeks after the quarter ends. So take it with a grain of salt, because in that time frame, in those 2 weeks, they could have completely exited a position, done some things that are not disclosed. But for better or worse, we can kind of see what these funds are thinking, and we can follow the quote unquote smart money. We're going to look at two very well known entities in the investing world, Mr. Warren Buffett and his Berkshire Hathaway, and then Ray Dalio with his number one biggest hedge fund in the world, which is Bridgewater Associates. I think they have 168 billion under management. Don't quote me on that. I should have looked. But anyways, so what I like to use these for is to put companies on my watch list, on my radar. Traditionally, Warren Buffett, unless as we see with Barrick Gold, when he buys something, he buys it for the long haul. And as you watch these companies fluctuate, when they drop 15, 20%, you know Buffett's going to come in and buy more. So you can feel confident that you're going to be buying right alongside them, and their smart money. This is what they do. They have to make the returns for their investors. One thing I did want to say is that, again, they could completely be out of these positions and you won't find out until the end of the next quarter. So again, take everything with a grain of salt. We're going to look at the positions they exited, what they initiated, shares they've boosted, and positions they've reduced. And selling isn't always a bad thing. They may be locking in gains. And remember, they do have investors that have money with them. So they may be fulfilling a demand by investors that want money back. So they're going to have to sell positions in order to raise capital to return that money to their investors. So it's not always a bad thing. They don't always disclose why they sold. And three places that you can look at these 13Fs are on Edgar, the whalewisdom.com website, and Seeking Alpha. So with that being said, let's take a look at what Berkshire Hathaway did last quarter. Berkshire Hathaway had 3 new positions. So as we go through these, you will see that there is the name, the ticker symbol, and the yield percent. That's what that percentage number is. I didn't want to go through and just cram it with too much information by putting all the shares, how much they reduced, what they sold. So Verizon, ticker symbol VZ, 4.55%. They initiated a position in one of my favorites, Chevron, ticker symbol CVX, currently at 5.80%. And Marsh & McLennan, ticker symbol MMC. I was honestly not familiar with them. They are an advisory investment firm, much like Invesco. And what did they exit? What I had talked about right there, Barrick Gold. They just got in Barrick Gold, maybe not even a year ago, and gold is pulled back. I think gold looks like a really attractive buying opportunity, and I honestly would be thinking about looking at getting into Barrick Gold. M&T Bank, ticker symbol MTB, paying a 3.12% dividend yield. PNC Financial, 2.94%. Pfizer, they exited. They closed out of Pfizer, 4.47%. And JP Morgan, ticker symbol JPM, 2.60%. Those were the 5 companies that they exited positions on. What did they boost? One of my favorites, AbbVie, ticker symbol ABBV. I am a contractor that works at AbbVie occasionally, and I'll post things on Twitter you get to see. And I love it. One of my favorite tweets was when I was in AbbVie, and I bought shares of AbbVie on the AbbVie property. So I own AbbVie. They were paying me as a contractor, and I bought more shares, and then they're going to pay me more money as an investor and owner of the company. Just really cool. I get excited about things like that. 4.79%. They boosted their position in AbbVie. They boosted their position in Merck, another one of the Dapper Dividends family, at 3.42% yield. Boosted positions in T-Mobile US, ticker symbol TMUS. They do not pay a dividend. Bristol Myers Squibb, ticker symbol BMY, 3.18% yield. Kroger, the grocery store. I keep meaning to buy Kroger and I just haven't done it yet. So Kroger, ticker symbol KR, paying a 2.15% dividend yield. And RH, which honestly, I didn't get a chance to look at what RH does. They do not pay a dividend, so honestly, they're not even on my radar. And what did Berkshire reduce? They reduced Wells Fargo, ticker symbol WFC, only at a 1.22% yield after they had cut Suncor Energy, ticker symbol SU, paying a nice 3.83% yield that they exited out of. Liberty Latin America Limited, Lilac, ticker symbol LILAK, does not pay a dividend. And they reduced General Motors, ticker symbol GM, cut their dividend, currently not paying a dividend. I do expect General Motors to resume their dividend in the future. And US Bank Corp, ticker symbol USB, 3.63% yield. Did not realize their yield was that high. And they reduced shares of Apple at 0.62% yield. Very small, but that is one of the most stable and secure dividends from such an exciting and big growing company. That was Berkshire. This is Bridgewater Associates, Mr. Ray Dalio. So let's see what Ray has been up to in the last quarter. They began a new position in JP Morgan, ticker symbol JPM. If you remember, Warren Buffett cut JP Morgan and exited the position in JP Morgan. So one whale exits, another whale enters at 2.60%. Bank of America, ticker symbol BAC, 2.22%. Going with the banks here. Microsoft, they began a new position into, ticker symbol MSFT. Everybody knows, again, a super solid, safe dividend from a majestic cash cow, 0.92%. I expect that yield in the coming years will be picking up as they get bigger to keep people investing, because a lot of these companies, when they get so big and they don't have much place or much room to grow, but then again, Microsoft is still growing. So I digress, and on to Citigroup, ticker symbol C, 3.27%. Wells Fargo, ticker symbol WFC, 1.22% yield. Morgan Stanley, look how many banks. This should tell you that something is going on, that they're seeing, that they expect the banks to be coming back, because we have several banks and financial institutions that Ray Dalio and Bridgewater Associates began positions in. Morgan Stanley, ticker symbol MS, 1.94%. Goldman Sachs, ticker symbol GS, 1.70%. Charles Schwab, ticker symbol SCHW, 1.30%. US Bank Corp, USB, 3.63%. And Aon, ticker symbol AON, at just a little teeny tiny 0.88%. So just a slew of financial institutions that Bridgewater took positions into. Take note, that's something to keep an eye on in the coming year. And who did Bridgewater exit? They exited Tesla. I'm guessing that they took some of their gains. They locked in all of their gains, ticker symbol TSLA. They exited Lululemon Athletica, ticker symbol LULU. They exited Lowe's, ticker symbol LOW, paying a very meager 1.39% yield. Sherwin-Williams, ticker symbol SHW, 0.75% yield. Johnson Controls, 2.03%, ticker JCI. Home Depot, ticker HD, 2.12%. I think I don't need to say symbol anymore. Home Depot, that's one I wish I would have got back into. I'm really hoping for a pullback because I will get into them. DuPont de Nemours, don't know if that's right, don't care. Ticker symbol DD, ticker DD, 1.56. Ecolab, 0.92% yield. That's very small. I do like Ecolab. I see their products everywhere. Ticker ECL. CarMax, they exited. Ticker KMX, no dividend paid. And Masco, ticker MAS. Let's run through the Bridgewater Associate boosts. Walmart, love Walmart, ticker WMT, pays a 1.52% yield. P&G, one of my favorites that I really need to build up more, Procter & Gamble. I've been waiting for them to come down, and they have been. Ticker PG, 2.45% yield. They boosted their shares in Pinduoduo, which is, I think, probably the most fun company name that's around. Pinduoduo, ticker symbol PDD. They do not pay a dividend. They boosted shares in the IMEG, the iShares Core Emerging Markets ETF with a 1.67% yield. Coca-Cola, a ticker symbol KO, knockout. Mama said knock you out, 3.35%. Yeah, actually, I just said that. It's funny that popped in my head. That's my generation. That's an LL Cool J song. Mama said knock you out. Please, I'm not being violent. It's a good old hip hop song from back in the day. Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol JNJ, 2.49%. My number one favorite dividend stock. Did you catch my video I made the other day? Catch it right here. PepsiCo, ticker symbol PEP, 3.04%. Then the VWO, Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets ETF. And Costco, that pays 1.69%. So few ETFs that they're boosting their presence in. Costco, ticker symbol COST, 70.79% yield. And the IVV, the iShares S&P 500 ETF, a 1.5% yield. And last but not least, the reductions, which they reduced the SPDR Gold Trust. So both Warren and Ray starting to reduce their exposure to gold. Ticker GLD, does not pay any kind of a yield. Reduced shares in NetEase, ticker symbol NTES, 3.04% yield. DHI, which is DR Horton, they reduced with a very meager 1.04% yield. Reduced their exposure to Lennar Corp, ticker LEN, 1.15%. VF Corp, they reduced 2.41%. Workday, ticker WDAY, does not pay a dividend. They reduced shares in Train Technologies, ticker TT, 1.59%. PPG Industries, they reduced PPG, the ticker, 1.55%. ODFL, Old Dominion Freight Line, with a super small 2.29% yield. And last but not least, they reduced their shares in no dividend and Splunk. That's it, everybody. Those are two very well-known investors and the moves they made. Reminder that these are not their entire positions. These were just the moves they made. Their portfolios are much larger than that. So these were just what they had to file as moves they made inside of their portfolios. That's it. Follow me on Twitter at RustyRam78. Catch me on Instagram at Dapper Dividends. Say hello. I like it when you say hello. And listen to my podcast, which I do a couple times a week. And whenever I can, get the chance for that. So thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of time with me. If I have helped you out in any way at all, please help me out with a like and a subscribe to tell the algorithm to show my stuff to more people. And I will talk to you in the next video.